Hey y'all, it's Loren LoRosa. We are here. It's the 2025 BET Awards. I'm in the media room, and I have been joined by some lovely, lovely people, but even lovelier right now next to me is the gorgeous Victoria Monét.
Thank you so much. What an intro. And you look so beautiful yourself.
Thank you. Y'all, she I look good. So I look
she
good.
does. Look at the eyeshadow. Peep it. Clock it.
Shout out to my makeup artist. The East Coast girls been getting me together all weekend.
Love that. Okay.
Yes. So when you do these award show weekends and you're running around, because it seems like you're always on the go, like you're moving.
Yeah, it seems like that's my life now.
Yeah, like what is it like? Because you momming, you're dating now.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, honestly. It's all about balance, work-life balance. So that's what I've been trying to master. But it feels good to be busy. It's a blessing to have something to do, and especially when you love to do what you're doing. So I'm happy.
Yes. Now, tell me, 2025 BET Awards.
Yes.
One of the conversations I remember with you was, what award show was it? That we're not going to name, that told you that you weren't ready, and then the next year the world became your oyster. You know what I mean? So when we think about these award weekends and just the journey of it all, do you look back on moments like that when you're here and be like, "Woo, girl"?
You know what? It reminds me that it is up to no man on earth what God gives me, and God has the last say. So no matter what, if people are talking about how you look, talking about how you do what you do, it doesn't matter. You can still accomplish all of your dreams because it's really not up to anybody.
Now, we said that you was dating a little casually earlier.
Trying? Yeah.
So I've seen some things that the Stormzy you. That's a thing.
No, it was a thing.
It was.
It's no longer a thing.
I mean, okay, dating that. I was gonna say what happened. I was gonna be all sad, but dating that happens.
Yeah, I just think we operate as I hate the word celebrity, but like when people have their eyes on you, anything that you do becomes a big deal. And when back in the day, if I were dating someone for a couple months, it would have just flown under the radar and been nothing. But I think it got magnetized because of his stature, and people care about who we're dating.
Yes.
But it's ended with all love, all respect, and it was a beautiful time. We had so much fun together. Mm-hmm. But we weren't the ones for each other, and that's okay.
It is. That's what dating is. And
you got to audition it.
You got to, yes, of course you do, girl. But is it hard for you, though, because what you said, like, I mean, you talked about his stature, but your stature as well. Like, everybody's all in your business.
Well, I say his because the paparazzi thing happened in London.
Oh, gotcha,
So that's why I wasn't clocking, like, oh, we can't just go to the airport and just, like, greet each other. Because if we're in LAX, it's fine. But, yeah, I think I would like to keep as much of my personal life personal until I'm ready to announce. Mm-hmm. But that one was just kind of, we got our hands forced. And yeah.
But I guess I'm asking, like, how do you even enjoy as a celebrity now? Because you've had time to kind of be with someone and your daughter's father, and no one had to be in your business because it wasn't where things are now.
Right.
How do you even get to enjoy a person? Like, what are tips about keeping things private? Because you got to be good at that in order to know how to do it.
I think you have to move like a CIA agent a little bit when you're dating. I guess it can be if you're dealing with somebody, like if there's a guy who's willing to sort private entrances and like a secret part of the restaurant that no one, it's kind of hot.
Oh, yeah.
In that way.
I'm like, girl, we're his friends.
Yeah, like the flowers and the mystery. Like he doesn't sign the card that he sends flowers because like if anyone sees it or the people who are at the flower shop, it's like all of these.
You've been having a time.
Yeah, you gotta like be low key.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Now, your nomination this year, Best Female R&B Pop Artist.
Yes.
Where were you when you got the call for the nomination?
You know what? I saw it on BET's page. No one called. I was just like, oh.
You're the second person that said that to me today.
Yeah. I was like just on Instagram scrolling, rolling, and I was like, oh, that's fun. But I didn't expect it.
Listen, I can even DM the people for y'all. Like, what is happening?
It was just a tag. But so yeah, I was super appreciative to be among all of the women that are in the category, and not expecting anything from it, but just to be acknowledged always feels really good because BET is my most coveted fan base of Black people, and so for them to be recognizing me on this platform always feels really amazing.
Yeah, and with Jaguar, that being your sophomore album, a lot of people will credit that as not just an album, but like a statement of like, who you were and smoke and all the things. When you set out to make that project of music, did you feel like, okay, this is a statement, this is a calling card?
To be honest with you, when I was done with that album, I knew that it felt like a Grammy-worthy album for some reason, and I don't know if that came from God or just super confident in the amount of time I took to craft it, and the people that I was working with, but I just had that feeling. So now, making the album after that, I'm awaiting that feeling, and I don't want to release things until I have that type of confidence in it. So that's where I'm at now. I'm back in the studio, just working on what to do next, you know.
How do you get to the point, or like what's that finish line where you're like, okay, I got it, we can take this out the studio now? Like,
it's kind of a feeling. It's kind of a feeling. I guess if you're a painter, you would kind of know when the last stroke is. Like, you step back and you look at what you've done, and you're like, I think it is finished. But sometimes it's hard to know. It takes a lot of discernment. And also, I lean on my peers. Like, what do you guys think of this? Like, people I respect in the studio, producers, people close to me, even friends, you know, like people who would be consumers. Just, it's conversational.
Who are you calling the most? What peer are you calling? Like, yo, can you listen to this real quick?
I'm obsessed with D-Mile. Always. He's just a musical genius, and I've known him the longest. Like, I met him the year I moved to LA. So out of everybody I've met here, he's been there the whole time. So he knows me to my core, and also musically, he's just incredible. So he's definitely my number one for musical taste and advice.
And anything you're looking forward to this year during the 2025 BET Awards?
I'm definitely excited to see Jamie get his flowers, especially because of what happened. I believe it was just last year. And how just we need to be giving people their flowers while they can smell them and while they're here. So I'm happy to see him stand on that stage and receive so much love, because we really, really, really love him. He's such an icon, and we grew up with him, so he deserves to see that love.
Did you watch his series on his stand-up?
Yes, and I was just like, so emotional, but so funny, and like oh my God, all these emotions. But that is his talent. It says a lot about his talent, because he can bring you both places. He can be a comedian, but he can also Django it. You know, so
and he's receiving the Ultimate Icon Award this year.
Super excited.
I think we're all pretty excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a standing O.
So we have here your children's book in hand.
Yes.
Everywhere You Are.
Yes.
With art by Aaliyah Marley.
Yes.
Yes. Now talk to me a bit about the children's book and your decision to, because this came out in 2024. Was it October?
It's actually coming out the end of this month.
Oh, okay. It was announced then.
On June 24th, it'll be out, but it's available for pre-order right now on Amazon if you want to go click on over. But what inspired the book is mom guilt, balancing work and family, and then children with separation anxiety. So this book is meant to combat those issues and be kind of a sense of comfort when you read it to your child, but also a way for you as a parent to heal from that and not feel bad about it. It's a conversation between a moon and a star, and it just symbolizes they belong together no matter where they are in the sky. You know, their love brings them together. So,
do you ever heal from mom guilt?
I think it gets better depending on how your child is handling your absence.
Okay.
So the book is meant to give some of that sentiment to the child, where it makes it a little bit easier on them. Because when they're crying and they're like, "I miss you, I want you," then it builds the mom guilt. But if they're like, "Okay, Mom, I understand. You always come back. I'll see you later. It's never goodbye," then it actually helps.
What are some of the things in this book specifically that, like, what are those like work through helpful moments? Helps a mom and a kid understand.
I think it's about the sayings in the book. There's a repeating phrase that says, "I'll always be your moon, you'll always be my star. Just keep me in your heart, and I'll be everywhere you are." And it goes beyond just parents who are just absent at work, or when they go out at night, if they happen to do that. It can also be related to people who have passed on, and just making love feel omnipresent the same way that God is, and wherever that you are is where your love is for everybody that you know. So that's a little bit of what I want children to understand at a very young age by reading this with their parents.
How old is your baby girl now?
She's 4.
4 years old. Wow, 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
She just turned 4, and she's going on 40, so it's really crazy.
How do you, because I even though you guys have such an amicable relationship, you and your daughter's father, how do you talk to her about that? And does your book help a bit with that as well too? Like talking, because she's 4 and...
You know what? Right now, she's kind of feeling like she has options. It hasn't really gone to the place where she's upset. And I know that I'll have to work through that. She's like, yeah, I want to go to Dad's house today. I want to go to Mom's. And she might kind of try to use that if I discipline her. And she's like, I'm going to... It's kind of like her way of escaping whatever she's going through in each household right now. I think eventually she will understand when she sees more examples of parents who are together that may be what is meant to happen.
Yes.
But I also want to just be able to show her that not every family operates the same, and you can still have just as much love as the other family as long as both parents are present, even if they're present separately.
Was there any conversation that you had to have with yourself when you guys decided to announce, your separation and things? I've never been through this. I'm not a mom yet, but if there is a feeling of like, man, I thought that this would be forever, is there a feeling of guilt, or like, what do you experience when you decide to step away from a person that was going to be a life partner that you had a kid with?
You know what? It definitely is unfortunate, and it wasn't the plan. It never is when you first, date somebody. You never think about the ending. You're always thinking about the positives and how far it can go.
Right.
But I wanted it to be an example of a really healthy dynamic of co-parenting, because sometimes it becomes toxic. And just to know that you can have an amicable relationship with someone that you used to love, that you don't love anymore, or you're not actively in a relationship with anymore.
Right.
It doesn't have to be lovers to enemy. It can be lovers to friends.
Right.
And that's okay. And we need more of those examples because we don't want to push either of us out of her life.
Right.
So that was our goal. And it's really all about her. And the statement and everything comes from a place of knowing that she will eventually see things. She's already so smart. So it's not far from reading and being able to look back and be like, hey, you guys did this and that. Why did you do that? So it's really all for her.
Got you. Well, everywhere you are, your children's book, you have it in English and in Spanish.
Show
people the Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish and in English. And
yes.
The Duolingo. So was this the plan from the beginning, or
my daughter actually speaks Spanish because I made sure that all of her nannies that she's had over the years are speaking to her in Spanish.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to make sure that everybody on this continent can understand it. And also for her nanny, like her nanny has been away from her family too, so I want her to be able to take the book home and read it to her children.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
that's right, girl. Okay. Get your
thinking
coin.
about everybody.
I love that for you. Get your coin, okay? Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
See you at the show.
Yes.
And y'all, again, don't forget, Monday, this Monday, is it the 8th? What is this Monday's
the 9th,
date? The 9th,
right?
June 9th? What is Monday's date? June 9th. Yes, Monday, June 9th. The BET Awards are going down on BET. You can tune in to watch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all will see our girl on the show, Victoria Monét, period.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.